everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Give Kindness podcast. I'm Kelsey Hirt, and I'm so glad you're here. If you're new to Kindness Coalition, we're a local nonprofit that exists to mobilize generosity, service, and kindness to meet real needs and strengthen our community. Sometimes that looks like helping a family through a difficult season. Sometimes it means connecting volunteers with practical projects. And sometimes it means coming together around a specific need that can truly change someone's life. That's what today's conversation is all about. We're currently raising $5,000 to help support a Sleep in Heavenly Peace bed build, helping provide beds for children who don't have a safe place to sleep. Joining me today is Andrea Buck, our Director of Community Initiatives. Andrea has been helping lead this effort and has a real passion for serving families in our community. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to dig into this impactful organization.
I'm really excited to be here and share two of my passions because as they collide.
Yes, for sure. So what exactly, for those listening who might not know, what is Sleep in Heavenly Peace?
Sleep in Heavenly Peace is an organization that is filling the need for kids that don't have beds. It is nationwide, the need, and it's really shocking how many in our own little community of 5,000 have children sleeping on the floor or on a couch or sandwiched with, several other children in a bed.
Yeah.
And there's a true need. And so Sleep in Heavenly Peace, although it's a nationwide organization, our chapter's in Brookston, and we make beds for kids that don't have a bed, and our mission is that no kid in our town sleeps on the floor.
Wow, that's great. That's so good, because we don't see into houses,
You really don't.
You just walk by them.
And kids show up to school without having a good night's sleep. It impacts their whole life. It impacts their ability to control their emotions.
Oh, I'm sure.
And their ability to stay awake during class and absorb information. And, not just with school, but with everyday life. If you don't have enough sleep, even as an adult, it affects your whole day. So imagine a developing brain that hasn't been getting good rest to grow and to all that.
Wow.
It's really, it's a real need to get those kids good sleep. And then other avenues for nutrition and such are always in place.
It sounds like it. Yeah. Wow. What a powerful ministry. It's truly a ministry.
It really is.
That's
it
great.
Really is.
So how did you get involved, and what drew you to the mission?
I got involved. I was in a women's philanthropic group here locally in Monticello, and one of my co-members saw it on Facebook that they were doing a bed build. And we all volunteer there, so she brought it to our attention, and I went and volunteered. And it gripped me right away.
Wow.
I had a season of being a single mom of 3 little kids. And in the beginning of that season, we lived on one income in Southern California. I don't know if that's as impactful as it should be, because living on one income in Southern California was rough. So we had very small spaces we were living in, and also meager things like beds and et cetera. So there were 4 of us, and we had 3 beds.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, we lived that way for a while, and we would have continued. It wasn't terrible, but it was a struggle, but it wasn't the end of the world. And 2 very dear friends of mine gifted us a futon chair that folded out into a bed.
Wow.
That's the perfect size for a child. And that chair traveled with me for the next 20 years.
How special.
It was super special.
Wow.
Yeah, the kids used to fight over who got to sleep in it, because it was really just such a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
That's so powerful. So you mentioned that the chapter you're really involved with is in Brookston. What areas geographically are covered?
That's our home base, but we cover all of White County, which I believe is north of Monon, almost all the way to Logansport. And now we've just included a zip code. We go by zip codes, actually. We just included a zip code in West Lafayette.
Oh, wow.
We just expanded that this year.
That's great.
And in that zip code alone, we've already done, a couple of dozen beds. In one apartment complex, we did 14 beds.
Oh my goodness.
In one day.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. There's
That's
a real
amazing.
need in that area.
Yes, that's so great. Praise God.
Yeah.
So if I were wanting to get a bed, or someone who's listening, they wanted to get a bed, what does the application process look like?
It's very simple. Yeah, and I'm going to read it from my notes because I don't want to leave anything out so you aren't wondering or you go, oh, you didn't mention that. The application process is online. It's Sleep in Heavenly Peace and then the Brookston chapter. Okay. And make sure you're in the Brookston chapter because, again, we have chapters all over. But you have to live in a zip code that's covered, which is pretty broad. And then you also have to have space in a house or apartment to hold the twin bed frame. Mm-hmm. And it's a sturdy wooden frame. Yeah. I wish I had brought a picture because, you know, kids are hard on furniture and these are very sturdy and they'll last them, you know, well into adulthood. Wow. They have to have contact information, like they have to be able to be assessed by phone or text or email to keep communication open for delivery. Okay. And then they also fill out the application. And then once an application is approved, they fill out an indemnification release form that just says we're released of any harm or anything, which we've never had to enforce. And the kids just need to be 3 to 17. Oh, wow. So as soon as they're old enough really to sleep in their own bed, up to, gosh, almost a senior in high school.
That's great. The wide age gap. That's so amazing. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. What is the cost to those who want a bed?
That's the great thing. The cost for a bed is zero to the person receiving it. And what they're getting is a bed frame. And in some cases, we do bunk beds if the space is warranted. They get a brand new mattress. They get a waterproof mattress pad, covers the mattress to keep it safe and clean. They get a brand new set of fresh sheets. And fun thing, we try to pick the sheets according to the child. Oh. Like if it's like a 4-year-old little girl, we might get like little princess sheets or something. Amazing. So we try to feed that. They get the sheets, they get a comforter. In our case, we have this wonderful group of ladies in, I believe it's Brookston, that quilts. Lap-size quilts for every bed we deliver. So we make up the beds when we leave and we put this quilt over and those kids can have their own little security blanket. Oh, and they get a new pillow. Everything's fresh and clean and new. Brand new.
That's such a loving act to make someone's bed and just leave it ready for them.
You should really see. Sometimes we are there when the kids are home and we bring the kids in to see their bed and oh my gosh. My goodness. It really makes every drop of sweat just totally worth it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, their sweet little faces are so excited to have a space of their own and it's fresh and clean and they love it.
Yes, I'm sure they feel loved in that as well.
I hope so. Yes. I hope so. And we also brand our beds SHP.
Oh, really?
And we tell them, you know, this is from Sleep in Heavenly Peace, and maybe sometime when you're older, you can give back to this organization by volunteering or donating goods. And the parents especially all seem like very invested in doing that at some point when they get a leg up.
What an amazing thing. Thank you for sharing all of that great information. So as you know, Kindness Coalition is hosting an initiative to gather funds to support the next bed build for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. So what does it cost to provide a child a bed?
Pretty much the out-the-door cost, and this it doesn't necessarily factor in the rising cost of goods, but all the labor is donated by volunteers, so there isn't any of that. But each twin bed costs about $250, and then if we don't get the bedding donated, we have that expense as well. And so typically a bed build is 40 beds, so that's $10,000 a build. Wow. And then the bedding would be on top of that. And because we're expanding, we're going to have to do more than that because we're burning through our resources very quickly. We have another bed build September 12. It's a Sunday, and it is a finely tuned machine. I would encourage anyone that has the desire to volunteer for that because you don't even have to know anything about building or tools or anything. When you show up, we show you exactly what to do. But all the materials are there and they have all the workshop set up and we burn through making all those beds in just a matter of hours.
That's amazing. And the community aspect too that it encourages.
Yes. We get churches bringing their folks or sometimes a school organization. You have to be at least 17 to volunteer. And if you're younger, I think you can be 12, but you have to have a guardian then. But it's really such a great way to give back and see the immediate fruits of your labor.
Yes, it sounds like it. Thank you so much for sharing
You're
everything
welcome.
today.
Thank you for having
I learned
me.
a lot, and I'm sure the listeners did as well.
I hope so.
So, listeners, thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching. And now we encourage you to go give kindness.